I hope this video finds you healthy and well. My name is Renee Moorfield. I am the CEO of WisdomWorks, and I'll be your guide on this video to share the 6 dimensions and 19 psychometrics of the Be Well Lead Well Pulse framework and assessment system. Be Well Lead Well Pulse rests on a basic assumption. Our well-being influences our effectiveness. When faced with complexities and demands, our wisest solutions will come from operating out of a sense of expansiveness and well-being rather than reactivity and stress. Why? When we feel internally well-resourced, we naturally bring more joy, meaning, energy, adaptability, emotional balance, and wisdom to situations and relationships in our lives and work. Be Well Lead Well Pulse is designed to support you and the leaders you support to develop new awareness and paths to lead from this foundation of well-being, and equally important, to assist others to do the same. We believe well-being is at the heart of real leadership. Truly effective leaders continuously ask, how can I create the conditions for people to bring their best selves to work and leave work more capable, energized, and well than when they came? Be Well Lead Well Pulse is based on our framework of thriving, made up of 6 dimensions. Think of this framework like a well-being wheel, a holistic tool for personal and collective development. At the center of the wheel is thriving. Thriving addresses your overall evaluation of well-being in your life right now, as well as in the future. It also includes your ability to restore your well-being when you face difficulties. In the Be Well Lead Well Pulse assessment, the dimension of thriving is measured by 3 psychometric scales: today and tomorrow, flourishing, and resilience. Today and tomorrow is your perception of yourself as thriving today, as well as your sense of optimism that you'll be thriving in the next 5 years. Flourishing measures your perception of having meaning in your life and interest and competence in your daily activities, having social relationships that are supportive and rewarding, feeling respected by others, and contributing to the happiness of others. The resilience scale assesses your ability to bounce back or recover from the daily stresses and difficulties which are an inherent part of life and work. For a moment, consider the importance of thriving. For example, when the Gallup organization recently polled 160 million respondents globally, they found that if an organization's employees aren't thriving, the organization is struggling. Employees who are engaged at work but not thriving in their lives report a 48% higher likelihood of stress and 66% higher likelihood of worry during their day, as well as a 61% higher likelihood of burnout. A focus on thriving is so essential in our lives and organizations today. It is placed in the center of the Be Well Lead Well Pulse framework. On the Be Well Lead Well Pulse framework, if you move to the spot east of thriving, you'll find the dimension of fuel. Fuel is about using diet, physical activity and movement, rest, and breath as tools for a sustained, balanced source of physical, emotional, and mental energy. Thus, these 4 subscales, eating, moving, resting, and breathing, are measured as part of the fuel dimension. In the Be Well Lead Well Pulse assessment, there is not a prescription for how to eat, move, rest, or breathe. Instead, the assessment invites you to explore if you consciously use these 4 lifestyle behaviors to better manage your stress, your energy, and your performance. This is about becoming more aware of how your biorhythm impacts how you show up throughout your day. If you travel to the spot west of thriving, you'll find the dimension of flow. Flow is about being in the zone, those times when you bring mindfulness and full presence to the activities of life and work. Think about the last time you were so engrossed in a hobby that you lost track of time. Your inner voice was silenced. You felt a deep fulfillment. When you are in flow, you are intrinsically rewarded with energy, enjoyment, and a richer sense of how life unfolds with effortlessness and ease. In the Be Well, Lead Well Pulse assessment, the flow dimension includes 3 scales: engagement at work, self-esteem at work, and mindfulness. Engagement at work measures the extent to which you get immersed in your work. You feel happy and inspired by your work, and you experience inherent satisfaction and pleasure in work itself. Self-esteem at work measures the extent to which you perceive yourself as important, meaningful, worthwhile, effective, and valuable to your organization. That internal sense that you make a difference at work. Mindfulness measures the extent to which you pay attention to the present moment. Refrain from evaluating your inner experiences as good or bad, and act with awareness rather than behaving mechanically, reactively, or absent-mindedly. On the Be Well, Lead Well Pulse framework, when you look at the spot due south of thriving, you'll find the dimension we call wonder. Wonder is about evolving your worldviews through engaging in new experiences and challenges, embracing differences, and perceiving beauty around you. When you're in wonder, your field of perception expands, and often you'll feel connected to the deeper mysteries of life. In the Be Well, Lead Well Pulse assessment, the wonder dimension includes 3 psychometrics: appreciation and awe, seeking new perspectives, and learning and growing. Appreciation and awe measures the extent to which you experience beauty and wonder in your daily life. Seeking new perspectives measures the extent to which you look for opportunities to expand your viewpoints and beliefs. And learning and growing measures the extent to which you evolve through life's constant fluctuations and change. Let's now look at wisdom, the dimension just north of thriving. Wisdom is about tapping into the worthwhile purpose, higher vision, and innate genius you can use to guide yourself and others toward inspired impact. I often think of wisdom as a meaning-making lens through which we navigate our lives. And I'll give you a personal example of this. My sister Kim died over a decade ago after dealing with a chronic disease for 12 years. She felt physical discomfort daily, and the disease attacked her organ systems. By the end of her life, she was awake only a few hours a day. On one of my visits to be with Kim, I asked, "What does well-being mean to you?" Given what she's been dealing with for so long, she had every right to think that question was quite strange. But instead she said, "Renee, well-being is a state of mind. Even when I was so severely sick in the hospital, I had a sense of well-being because I was okay with whatever was going to happen. Within me was a sense of peace. And since my disease prevents me from getting out of bed much, I use social media for my secret mission to help others. All I know is that by focusing on other people, I feel better. I get outside of myself and I know that there is a greater wisdom working in and through me. This reminds me that everything is okay." When it comes to demonstrating wisdom in such a difficult situation, my sister was one of my greatest teachers. In the Be Well, Lead Well Pulse assessment, 3 psychometrics contribute to the wisdom dimension: vision and purpose, wholeness, and emotional capacity. Vision and purpose measures the extent to which you have a meaningful purpose and personal vision to guide your life and work. Wholeness measures the extent to which you experience a sense of personal integration, even when dealing with the conflicting facets and polarities of life. Emotional capacity measures the extent to which you bring equanimity and lightness to your life and relationships, along with the ability to tune into others. See the ring at the outer edge of the Be Well, Lead Well Pulse framework? That's the sixth dimension. We call this dimension Thriving Amplified. Thriving Amplified is about bringing forth more of your leadership potential to empower thriving within others. This dimension has 3 psychometrics: energizing others, maximizing others, and cultivating care in others. Energizing others measures your perception of how invigorated and energized people feel through interacting with you. Maximizing others measures your perception of how much clarity, effectiveness, meaningful impact, and growth people experience through interacting with you. And cultivating care in others measures your perception of the gratitude, kind acts, and collaborative relationships people are likely to demonstrate with others through interacting with you. As you can see in the design of the Be Well, Lead Well Pulse framework, we believe real leadership is about caring for your own thriving, as well as activating and amplifying thriving in the lives of others. Now, all of us experience periods in our lives when we aren't thriving. We feel depleted, disenchanted, disconnected, disengaged, undirected, and that shapes how we handle our decisions and relationships. Consider these signs as a wake-up call to pay attention to, rather than something to harshly judge. These signs are a normal part of the human condition and integral to your well-being leadership journey. You and the leaders you support cannot make the pace and complexities of our world stop, but you can meet and influence the world from a more generative place. There is a foundation of well-being from which to lead, and you can tap into it and help others do the same. Be Well, Lead Well Pulse is a framework and assessment to assist you. The focus of Be Well, Lead Well Pulse is to help you open and lift yourself to new effectiveness through your capacity to thrive, so that you lead with wider, more inclusive, and positive impact.